Tominat, I think.
Hot, cold.
Right, you said it was an issue because the cold water and the egg is very hot. I remember
But
years ago you taught us
if
this.
you're running it, you know.
That's why I never do that. I never put the eggs inside the cholent or inside the
Comes out
osmo.
How do you
Comes out
separate
good.
them?
Huh?
How do you separate them?
Really?
I
Just
don't
the
do
difference.
it together.
Oh,
I
you
don't do
do
it
it completely
No, I don't do it
Right.
together.
Where do you
It's
put it?
separate.
In water and you put it somewhere?
I put it in the
Right.
water. It's a separate dish.
But it's not
On
healthy,
the, on the hot plate, yeah.
Did it come
Yeah.
out good?
Beautiful.
The shell is full of
Shell, it has
calcium.
to
It's
be
good for you.
Yeah.
I put
Some people eat the shell, you know,
foil
because of
on my
Very
tuna.
low
I mean on
calcium.
my osmo, and then I put the egg,
Yeah.
and then I put again, and then I cover it.
Okay.
But I know foil maybe it's not healthy.
It's
Yeah.
calcium. It is.
It's full of calcium.
Yeah, but I never
Not a lot of
tried the
people
other
eat it.
like that.
Okay. Other things that I didn't mention yet.
Nothing's healthy.
I know.
So if somebody selected some food, okay, or peeled, and he didn't eat it eventually because he changed his mind, it's fine, it's okay, but not to do it in advance, of course, this way. Okay, what else? I didn't mention. Okay, it's allowed to. Some say that. Okay, I mentioned that. Oh, it's allowed to remove some little food from the top of the pot to get to reach to the bottom. That's what you want. So you do it just for the reason of getting down there. Okay. Okay, a can with pickles and water together. Some say it's allowed to pour the liquid out because it's not really a mixture.
It's a whole.
So some say it's okay, but you have to be careful with this. Let's say you have tuna fish, okay, with oil or with water or whatever. If it says if it one big piece, okay, so then it makes it easier. But if it's small piece of chunk tuna, this is already together with the water, so you cannot really separate it. You're going to remove the pieces of tuna that you want, and whatever is left, like we do with the salad, whatever is left with the liquid. So this is how.
What if you pour the liquid with a little fish?
With some fish, it's also good.
And you're allowed to open the can.
We were talking about this. I don't want to mixture. We're going to do it separately with other shiur. Okay.
Я открываю, что нельзя?
Okay, so this is
Ивановскую открываю.
about selecting other things. Selecting other things. The same way that you cannot select two types of food from, okay? So would be with dishes or with some other things like clothing, like books, like toys, like other stuff. Let's say you have your child played with a lot of toys, right? You want to clean the house or to whatever. So if it has some pieces of Lego and has some pieces of other games and you have some all kind of games together, you cannot separate them, sort them to different type of baskets. Or sometimes it's not a certain type of toy, but let's say according to shapes or colors, or you cannot sort and do this type of stuff. Let's say you have you took an album, picture album, okay? And you see that this picture is from the bar mitzvah, and this one is from the wedding, and this one is from this event, and this one that. And you want to say, okay, this belongs to this album, this belongs to that. And you start sorting stuff. This you cannot do on Shabbat, okay? You have a book, books on the shelf, and you cannot start taking. Okay, this goes here, this goes there. Okay, if you go to a shul, okay, there's piles of books over there and it's not organized, you take whatever you needed. And the rabbi that I heard today said also, just before you really need this, Okay, not so much in advance, but he says in a different place that the shamash, the one that works in shul, is allowed to clean it, put everything in order and stuff like that. Let's say you have clothing that you want to select what to use, okay, which one to wear. So let's say on a hanger you have 3 shirts and you want the bottom one. There's the only way to remove it is by taking out the things that you want in order to get to the one that you want. Okay, so this is fine.
If it's on one hanger.
It's because it's in one hanger.
What about if you put on some clothes and you say, oh, it's too tight.
If you don't like it, you're allowed to remove it. It's
Really?
fine.
You
Yeah.
get another one, then another one, another one, another one.
It
It could go up to 10. It could go up to 10. If I let myself go.
Think about the tiny things.
Even if it's tight, you're allowed.
Yeah, what if it's not that? It just doesn't look good.
If you put it on you already and you said it's not good, you're allowed, you can change it. It's not a problem. Yeah, but
We
you
have a
don't.
debate all
But
the time.
yeah, but you don't. But on this, when you have it in your there, in your closet, you cannot. Let's say you want a certain thing, right? You have to decide. You have to choose in advance.
Hanger.
You have to choose in advance.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have to leave early in the morning somewhere, and if you
Uh-huh.
don't prepare the night before, you don't know what to do.
Yeah.
But if it's Shabbat, it's a problem to think, what should I wear now? Should I do this? You take out this, you take out that. You don't do this.
But what if
Think
you
before
know-
Shabbat.
Is it
Yeah,
allowed?
if you know what you want to wear before.
If you know what you know, you're
Then
allowed
it's
to remove certain things to get there.
What if you prepared something but you don't like it now already?
It's okay. You're allowed to change. You're allowed to change. If you
What
don't
about
like it after
mitpachot?
no.
Like sometimes on Shabbat I try on one and then I feel like it doesn't match or whatever. Then I try another
Same
one.
question. Same question. If you put it on and you see that it doesn't fit you, or you don't like the way it sits on you, or whatever, you can change. It's not a problem.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So I have a question. In the morning, like Friday night, let's say I wash the dishes because we need them for Shabbat. So in the morning, I put everything in the dishwasher just to dry over there.
Right.
So in the morning, I make the kids put everything back because I'm gonna need that space again for new dishes.
Right.
Kacha, this is sorting.
Right.
That was
So he says here that when you want to sort dishes, or like spoons and that, it's not a problem because you're going to use it for the meal.
right, because it just makes me
You
nervous. It's not
cannot
where it belongs.
sort after you finish second meal, or if you
Right,
if
that
you're
I-
not going to eat Sudash Lishit like Naomi, so that's it, no more sorting. If you're still going to eat Sudash Lishit, after the Sudash Lishit, don't touch it anymore because this is when you really prepare for Motzei Shabbat and not for Shabbat. This is not
So what
allowed.
if Motzei Shabbat, right when Shabbat ends, somebody's coming to you?
Yeah. So you prepare for, you cannot do things.
Everywhere has to be a mess.
Sometimes-
Надо, чтобы be a Jew.
Huh?
Он же еврей.
So I'm going to write on the door, sorry for the mess, we're Jewish.
They will understand, don't worry.
They
It's
will?
the same problem
When
with
you
Yom
clean the
Tov.
table,
Same
so
problem
Shabbat
with Yom
finished.
Tov. When the second Yom Tov
After
comes in, you
Sudash
cannot
Lishit.
prepare for one Yom Tov
So
to
you
second
say,
Yom.
"Abdallah, you're not
There's all
allowed
kind
to
of
clean
stuff
the
like
table."
that. It's fine.
It bothers me right
I can't.
What?
It bothers me. I have to fix
One time
my
Rabbanit
all
told me
my
if your
bed.
mamish bothers you and it ruins your shabbos,
Yeah.
then clean it. I cannot. I
No,
cannot
but you
leave
have to
the
think-
table and the shayish dishes everywhere. Even I
Yeah, it
can't.
bothers me.
But you
I have to put it away.
Even
Or
the
not put it
lamp.
away back, but I have to organize it in the sink, something. I can't just leave it on
Но,
the table.
девочки, если вы больны, надо к доктору обращаться.
What?
But this is the Shabbos.
Why, you have to leave it on the table?
I can't.
We're talking about after Sudash Shniya or after Sudash Lishit?
Yeah.
Or even shlishit. Like when you know Shabbos is soon ending, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Overwhelming. I
You can
can't.
take it out of the
You
table.
preparing
No, even if
yourself
it's your
for
last
the
meal
Shabbos
for Shabbat.
already.
You
cannot be
leave it
prepared.
on the table?
Leave it.
My table's in my
If you
living room.
think
I just feel like everything's
So
like
if it bothers you, you cannot sit, and you have guests over, and it really bothers, you're allowed to remove it to the kitchen.
Yeah.
But you're not going to start
No,
cleaning
to the
it.
kitchen.
Right, I'm not saying clean it, but just
Just think it
organize
If
it
it
in a
bothers
way
you,
that.
if it's dirty, if you need to, you clean the crumbs or whatever, and something bothers you, you're allowed to remove it to the kitchen.
And you cannot put it into just a dishwasher.
No, you cannot prepare it for Motzei
You mean
Shabbat.
like a daytime?
You cannot prepare it for Motzei Shabbat.
Oh, wow.
The whole council of Shabbos, guys, Enjoy your Shabbat.
Enjoy.
А потом весь вечер, and then you have to
And then
clean up till 12 o'clock, right?
No,
Kill
it doesn't take
yourself.
so long. Why?
Yeah,
I'm
but it
already
takes you
like
3 hours
very
afterwards.
tired, you know, and then you have to clean up till late. I don't wanna.
For women,
I wanna finish it before Shabbat finish, you know.
No, you
So,
can't.
so.
You can't. You prepare for Chol,
No, for after Shabbat.
for after
So
Shabbos.
why are we doing
Just
Havdalah
like-
if you already did everything? We don't have to say Havdalah.
Whoever selected by mistake was not supposed to, I don't know, to peel so much vegetables, fruits, seeds, whatever, did it by mistake, and he is not allowed to eat from this until after Shabbat. He is not allowed to eat from this until after Shabbat because it was a issur. Another thing with sorting that I didn't mention,
Again, you're
Yes.
not allowed to eat after Shabbat.
until after Shabbat.
After
Shabbat,
If you
yeah.
peeled more than you had to,
Yeah.
and people didn't eat
After
it, you
Shabbat, it's fun.
can't eat it till after Shabbat.
I leave it on the
You
table.
cannot sort laundry on Shabbat.
Yeah.
Decide or socks, which goes with which sock, and
Unless you
This-
need it, unless you're using it.
unless you use it for now. So these are the things that basically we're talking when we speak about selecting, and these are the main things. Maybe I forgot something. I'll mention it B'ezrat Hashem next time if needed. Questions?
So fast.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Thank you
You
so much.
answered- You
God bless
answered
you.
all the questions.